Welcome back. For more than a century, the Fergus Falls State Hospital served mentally ill patients from across the state. It closed 16 years ago, and the hospital remains abandoned. WCCO's John Lauritsen traveled to Fergus Falls to see the hospital's past and learn why music may be its future.
This is like the castle on the hill.
It's the castle on the hill.
If the former administration building is the castle, then the kingdom is the abandoned wings that go on for nearly a quarter-mile. At one time, they housed hundreds of patients, almost like a city within a city.
There were literally hundreds of acres. It's designed on the principles of Thomas Kirkbride, who was a pioneer in the treatment of the mentally ill.
Historian Chris Schulke says Kirkbride believed mentally ill patients could be fully cured if treated properly. When they were building the hospital in the late 1800s, Kirkbride pushed for dozens of windows.
He believed in light and ventilation and work as parts of the therapy. They had their own orchard, they had their own farm.
The hospital peaked in the 1930s and 40s, and then patient numbers began to decline, in part because the state wanted to get away from institutions and focus on community-based care. The treatment center closed for good in 2007, but a few years ago, it found an entirely new purpose. At least in the summer.
A place that once housed about 2,000 patients now hosts about 2,000 concert goers.
Our very first concert was done on a trailer with 2 outlets and a tent.
When some of the outbuildings were torn down for green space, Michael Burgraff got an idea. He saw that the hospital and its wings formed a horseshoe, perfect for an amphitheater.
And it just pushes the sound, so we don't have to have a bajillion speakers to get the music out to the people who are here to listen.
Beginning in July, they'll host 5 concerts on their new stage, including tribute bands for Garth Brooks and Queen.
And finishing up with a Rolling Stones tribute.
I think it's awesome. Yeah, the concerts are really cool.
With mold and other issues inside, the future of the hospital remains unclear. But for many, the outside is still a thing of beauty.
The architecture is phenomenal.
Yeah,
so much detail that is in that building.
There are those that believe the building may not be entirely empty.
People claim to see things here at night, which you might expect from an old abandoned building like this.
Especially with its history.
Ghosts or not, what they are sure of is that the hospital's purpose has gone from medical to musical.
My hope is that this not only continues to be a big draw for the community, but for the people around us.
In Fergus Falls, John Lauritsen, WCCO 4 News.
Minneapolis architect Warren B. Donnell helped build that hospital. It's on the National Register of Historic Places.